There are three foundational hand techniques that every drummer needs to learn: elbow strokes, wrist strokes, and finger strokes. And you can think about them like gears where you ramp up and down as needed. The techniques that use a larger muscle mass give you more power and control, while the techniques that use a smaller muscle mass give you more speed and efficiency. So if you want to be able to play a wide range of speed and volume, you're going to need these dialed in. So let's break them down. For elbow strokes, you bend at your elbows using your biceps and triceps, and you keep your wrists nice and loose and moving passively. And a great way to isolate this is just to play on your legs with your hands. And this should feel pretty natural right off the bat because it's a motion and muscle group we use in our daily lives. To use it with sticks, you first put your thumbs on the sticks, then wrap the rest of your fingers around, and they're going to stay right there in the pocket of your hands as you bend at your elbows. And you'll find that this technique gives you a ton of control and power, but it lacks in efficiency and speed. So when you need to play with a bit more finesse, you move down to your next gear, which are your wrists. To play wrist strokes, you bend at your wrists using your forearm muscles. A great way to isolate this is to again play on your legs, but this time you keep the palms of your hands down on your legs as you do. And right away, you're going to feel your forearm muscles start to work. And this might feel a bit strange at first because it's not a muscle group we use in this way very often, so it'll take some time to get used to. To use it with sticks, you again keep them in the pocket of your hands and focus on getting a good range of motion from the wrists. And you'll find that this technique still gives you a lot of control, but with added efficiency and speed since it's using a smaller muscle mass. Now, when you want to get as efficient as possible, you go down to the third and final gear, your fingers. And for this technique, you gotta adjust how you're holding the sticks. Instead of being in the pocket of your hands, you're gonna shift your grip to the front of your hands between your thumbs and index fingers. And then you wrap the rest of your fingers around, and that allows you to now open up your hands and use your fingers while still keeping a hold of the sticks. And this is gonna feel really weird at first. So what you can do to practice it is hold your sticks up and flip them around, and then bring them into your forearms using your fingers. I like to call this the praying mantis. And when you start playing with this technique, the big thing you're going to notice is that it allows you to get the sticks to rebound. And since the sticks are doing more of the work for you and you're using small finger tendons, you can play much faster, lighter, and more efficiently. So as you can see, all three of these techniques have their own pros and cons. So it's really important to practice them and experiment with them so you can play a wide range of speeds and volumes. And they set you up for success with the more advanced hand techniques down the road because they rely on these fundamental muscle groups. So if you want to improve on these techniques, I've got a course with some of my favorite isolation exercises and warm-ups that you can play along with over on my Patreon page. I hope it helps you out.